Hello traders, welcome to another live stream. Um, and as always, obviously I'm going to be starting in about 5 minutes. And when I mean by starting, obviously that's when I'm going to be placing a trade. Um, but just to kind of let you know what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be going short on the GBP USD. Um, yeah, so my strategy has told me to go short today. So and that's I'm going to be taking a short position in a few minutes time. And thank you at all for joining me. Um, yeah, I mean, I've already touched on this in terms of like analyzing this currency on a higher time frame, and yeah, so there's no secret. This market is gonna start going down in the next couple of days. It's probably gonna be today. I would like it to be today, and yeah, so if it does not go down today, that would be amazing. But yeah, so as always, I want people to come here and let's talk about trading really, because to be honest with you, that's the most important thing. Because this is how you're gonna learn a lot of things. I mean, we've had some really interesting discussions over the last couple of days, over the last couple live streams that I've done, and that was really really good. And obviously, if anyone has missed that stream, you need to go and tune in because there's been some really really important lessons that you can learn from in terms of trading really. So yeah, just to kind of let's have a look at the my FX book account, and as you can see, it's been updated just now, and it's the same as yesterday where we left it off yesterday. And obviously, the last trade we took yesterday was a loss. Obviously, I expected that to happen anyway because based on the strategy. However, in today's strategy, it's kind of very similar to yesterday's strategy, but the difference is, as you know, yesterday's strategy there was kind of a 50-50 chance of the market doing what I wanted it to do. But today it's more like a 65-35 chance that the market will give me a reversal today. And yeah, and there's also a potential chance that I might be taking what's my PNN in the last 4 days. That's why I've got the my FX book account. Just look at the actually let me put the link in the description down below. This is the reason why I don't, I'm not gonna talk too much about my PNL because I've got the link. Oh, the link is already in the description. So just have a look at the description, and you're gonna see the link to my FX book account, and you're gonna see. Just scroll down to history, and it's gonna show you all the trades that I've since I've started this live stream, and you're gonna see it. It's all there. It's all there. You can analyze it properly yourself as well. Um, but yeah, so far I'm in drawdown. Of course, I'm in drawdown. But yeah, hopefully this week is gonna turn it around. Because I do like the setups for this week in terms of like the um in terms of the trades I'm watching really. In terms of the like especially today. Today I have a very good feeling about today. Because the market is giving me the kind of strategy I really 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 like. And yeah, but yeah, in a couple of minutes I'll be placing a short position. I'll be placing a short trade. Okay, so I'm 20 seconds away. I'm gonna go over to the account, and today we're gonna go with zero point 0.1 lot as opposed to 0.05 that I went with yesterday. So it's gonna be 0.1 lot today. And that's it. So I've taken a short position, and yeah. So now let's see what the market is gonna do. I think I have a feeling that we might go and break yesterday's high over here. Probably sometime around 1 o'clock, 1:30, and then I'll probably be adding two to my short position, hoping that the market is gonna go down from there. So let me just bring in the. Can I show people the direction I've taken the trade? So I've gone short on this market. Like I said, don't. This is not. This does not tell you where my stop loss or profit, take profit is, because I don't use stop loss and take profit. If you want to see my stop loss and take profit, you know, I don't even have that. Like I said, I don't use it. So but if you do want to see if that's true or not, you know, just head over to my FX book. Like I said, the link is in the description down below, and yeah, that's gonna tell you exactly, you know, you're gonna be able to see whether I use stop losses or not. But I don't use stop losses at all, because I'm day trading. I'm effectively managing this trade, and I'm only in the market for, based on this strategy that I'm trading, I'm only in the market for a couple hours to 3 hours maximum. So I can afford to stay in front of the computer, and obviously I know what to expect. I know what I want the market to do, and if the market doesn't do it, I take my loss and I move on, and I come back the next day and I trade again. So that's the way I trade this strategy. It's all about just being consistent, and that's what I'm showing you guys every single day. Every single day that I come here to trade, um, is the consistency. I know exactly when I place my trades, and yeah, well, September. Well, I started streaming this on the last day of September, and I took a loss on that day. So I wouldn't really you know, kind of look too much into September, to be honest with you, because it's been just one day. I've only traded for one day in September. So yeah, but obviously it's a statistic on why my FX begin is gonna show you that I've taken a loss in September. But there's only ever been just one trade in September. So, but yeah, this is where you're gonna be able to see proper in terms of judging a proper month of trading. Um, this is where you'll be able to see it, because yeah, I expect, you know, this month, once we get enough trades in, like I said, you know, you can't never. I don't think you should ever kind of look at one trade, two trades, or even five trades as whether a particular strategy is effective or not. I think you're gonna have to, you know, judge it based on, you know, a lot of trades. We're talking about 15, 20, 50 trades, and this month we're gonna get at least, you know, we're gonna get something around roughly around the same number of trades this month. We're talking about, I mean, I take a trade every day, so that's at least 20 trades a month. Sometimes I do take two trades, so that's gonna be roughly around 25, 30 trades this month that I'm gonna take. And after that, obviously, you're gonna be able to see how effective the strategy is. Yeah, so based on what this market is doing at around 1 o'clock, I would be adding to my position. I'll be taking another short position at 1 o'clock. So yeah, just to kind of have a look at this on a higher time frame. I think I've already touched on this yesterday. But we are in a reversal zone. And obviously, if you're a swing trader, if you're a swing trader, you will be taking a short already in this market. So because this is what I expect the market to do. First of all, we've got an important structure level here. We've got resistance here and a resistance here up top as well. And the fact that this market is giving you a bearish structure. So am I saying that definitely this market is going to go down? Well, the chances of the market going down, it's around 90%, put it this way. In this zone we're potentially going to get a reversal. We have a 90% chance that the market will reverse in this zone. And because if you understand the rule of the bearish structure, I spoke about this in my stream yesterday. So this is the reversal zone that we're looking at. This whole zone is a reversal zone. The market will reverse at some point within that zone, and there's a 90% chance of that happening. So if you're a swing trader, you will take a short position right here, and obviously, like I said, over the next probably and you can apply the midweek reversal strategy with this trade as well, because I'm telling you guys, like, in the next couple of days I expect a reversal either today or tomorrow for the market to give me a reversal. And yeah, so if you're a swing trader, you will take a short position as long as your stop loss go all the way above this level, above 137.40, 137.47. That's where your stop loss needs to go. And if you look at in terms of like profit that you start to make on this trade, it's actually not a bad risk to reward ratio, because we're looking at something around the region of, it's almost 2 to 1. But you can have an extended profit target, because the market, if the market has a potential to break this low and probably head into the 127 extension. So this is not going to be if you're a swing trader, this is not going to be a bad trading opportunity. I mentioned the fact that the market has a 90% chance that it will reverse in this zone. So what about the other 10%? Well, sometimes you're gonna have to think. There's one thing that I always say: when you're trading, sometimes you have to be able to think like the other trader. That's why it's so important in trading to be familiar with a few other strategies. Like, try and familiarize yourself with few other strategies. I'm not saying you have to trade every single strategy, but let this strategy be based around the fact that you're able to kind of see what other traders are seeing. So now the reason I said this, I expect this to reverse here 90% of the time, because you can never be 100% sure. The market could extend higher, but if the market does extend higher, and let's say it comes somewhere there, so what are you gonna see? If you're a trader, if you're familiar with one of my best strategies to trade, then you're gonna be able to see this, right? It's a cipher pattern. And once the market forms a cipher pattern, what do you notice in terms of structurally? What do you see here? So a cipher pattern is one of the patterns that has a over 75% success rate. It's the most successful advanced pattern. Yeah. But why is it successful? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why the cipher pattern is a very, very successful advanced pattern? Is because, structurally speaking, I think I've mentioned this so many times to you guys over my streams, that so if this market extends here and breaks this structure, we talked about the fact if a market breaks this structure, it should never be a signal to buy, because after breaking this structure, the market will retrace. So that's why one of the reasons why cipher pattern is so very, very, because once the market breaks the structure, 80% of the time it will retrace. 80% of the time. So we're not saying cipher pattern is not, it doesn't work 100%. You know, sometimes there's a 10% chance the market could just rally completely. But I'm just saying, telling you guys that, you know, if the market breaks the structure, we have a completion of a cipher pattern, and then you have to think like the other trader. That's why, even if you're gonna take this trade as a trader or as a swing trader, it should not be, even though the probabilities has a high chance, the market has a high chance of reversing in this zone and then going down. But it's not gonna be a trade the way you're gonna go ahead and put your house on it. Like, you know, you have to be able to kind of it's all about money management. It comes down to risk and money management again, which is a very, very important factor in trading. But it's not something that, you know, is difficult to learn. It's not impossible to learn money management. You know, it's one of those things where you can learn it in a week or two, but obviously if you still have to practice it to be able to be familiar with it. But yeah, so this is the whole picture that I'm trying to paint for you guys to kind of see why sometimes it's important to be able to think like the other trader. Because even the strategy that I'm trading currently, I mean, I showed you an analysis yesterday before we started trading, and I told you guys that my trade from yesterday, I was expecting a loss simply because I didn't expect the market to reverse. Even though if we look at this market yesterday, I don't know if you listened to me during yesterday's stream, you would have heard me say at some point the market usually gives you a relief, right? It usually gives you a pullback before it goes on, right? So let's look at the market on a 5-minute chart. Let's look at what the market has done yesterday. So this is yesterday. You see, we've got that move yesterday. And you want to put your money on it that move is at least 30 to 40 pips. Why don't we measure it? 45 pips. So this move, they usually happen sometimes they happen before New York Open, sometimes they happen after New York Open. So me taking a short trade yesterday somewhere here, even though I know the market was gonna go up, I was expecting something like that just pre New York session, and I would have taken a break even, maybe a small profit, and move on. So, and the fact that when I took that trade yesterday, I still because I wasn't expecting, you know, the fact that I understand how the midweek reversal strategy works, I wasn't expecting the market to reverse on a Monday. Today I'm a little bit more confident, because yesterday, in terms of the money management, the way I even approached the trade, I didn't take too much risk. I went in with half a risk that I would normally use, because the confidence of the market reversing on that day was a lot lower than it is today. That's why I went in today with 0.1 lot. And I've already told you what the market is likely going to do. I would get this move back on to probably around 1 o'clock, 1:30, probably to this level where the market will break this structure level. If the market does that, I will be shorting the market again. Because we are at the structure level, right? On a daily chart, we're at a structure level on a daily chart. Daily chart here. And this is a zone that we need to watch out for. This zone, we can expect a reversal in the next couple of days. It could come today, it could come tomorrow. Today might just be a deep pullback today, and the market kind of consolidates and then drops tomorrow. Yeah, but this is what I mean by understanding how the market moves and trying to kind of be patient, because this is not gonna happen. Like I said, it's not gonna happen. It's not like the market will get to this point and then all of a sudden it will just drop. You know, it doesn't work like that. The market needs to follow its rules as well. That's what the market is doing. The market is a rule follower. It follows. I told you this yesterday. The market obeys the rules of structure. It's just up to you to be able to understand, to be able to read, or to be able to know what the structure language is. You know, structure, structure, structure. And when we're forming under the structure here. Now this is a situation where I had someone in my live stream yesterday who was asking questions about support and resistance, and we talked about the fact that, you know, I told them that support and resistance is not a strategy that you should completely rely on. It should always be a backup, or something that acts as a confirmation for your actual strategy. You know, it should be a confirmation for your actual strategy that you're using. So right now at this point in time, if I look at this market structure that I've got here, you can clearly see what the strategy is on a higher time frame. You can clearly see, you know, if you're someone who's just started learning trading probably a few days ago, you can look at this and straight away you'll understand what I'm trying to do. Because you look at these levels, you see support levels on the chart here. Support level, 3 different support level. And you're told that once the market breaks a support level, that support level becomes resistance. You can clearly see that, you know, that's what it is. And once the market breaks a support level, it will retrace, it will retest that level before it goes down. So this is like a textbook trade setup that any beginner trader will understand. We cannot catch all those 45 pips. Yeah, so yeah, so in terms of like looking at this as a textbook trading strategy, anyone who just started learning trading will look at this and understand what this is about, or what it is, or which direction you should be on if you're trading this market. So yeah, so this is what I expect the market to do. Like the market is likely going to respect this support and resistance level, and the fact that today being Tuesday and Wednesday and understanding the midweek reversal, I actually put the video up on YouTube yesterday. So if you don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about midweek reversal, go and watch that video, and that's gonna make a lot more sense to you. But yeah, so we're at a level where we're expecting the market to give us at least some kind of a sign of a reversal today, and but hopefully that's not going to start happening until 1 o'clock, because I would like to add onto my position at 1 o'clock, assuming the market is it's above my entry level. So yeah, so let's have some questions, guys. You can ask some questions in the group, and we can go over them. We'll probably do some market analysis as well. So the whole point I'm trying to make is the fact that I don't want to discourage anyone not to use resistance and support, but just know that, you know, resistance and support is just should be a, you know, should not be the only strategy you should make an effort to learn. Like really just learn a lot of strategies, and resistance and support should just act as a guide or confirmation, like we like I said yesterday in the live stream. So oh my case, you're back. This guy that knows a lot about trading, he has a lot of knowledge. So okay, so the jury is back as well. Nice to have you back again. So it's usually the usual people are coming back, which is good. So I mean, if you're just joining me, like I said, we've taken a short position on this market. This today is a lot more in terms of, you know, being more confident that the market will give me the reversal. I'm a lot more confident that than I was yesterday. So like I said, I've taken a short trade, and the fact that the midweek reversal is likely going to happen today or tomorrow. The market is likely going to change the trend. But obviously, I expect the market could potentially come and break yesterday's high before um, we see that reversal. I mean, we're only just five pips away from there. Um, and I will be adding to my short position as well if the market does end up breaking yesterday's high. So let's have some questions, guys. If you do have any questions regarding the trade I've taken today, why I've taken a short position, or let me just put in the to kind of tell you guys. Yep. So this is, like I said, this is just a guide. This does not tell you where my, because I don't use stop loss and take profit. I'm in the market for a few hours, and I can afford to sit in front of the computer and kind of monitor the trade. So I don't need to, if I need to close my position, if the market suddenly just goes against me in a drastic fashion, then I can close my position. But yeah, so this just tells you which direction I'm going today, and I'm short in the market. So it's kind of similar strategy to what I did yesterday, even though, like I said, I'm a lot more confident than I am today as compared to yesterday. So yeah, so let's just have some questions, guys, and we can. I see we're just below the yearly open price as well. Interesting. I didn't really make that connection, but let's have a look. Yearly open price, when did we talking about? This is March 2020, August 2020, November 2020. Where's January 20, December, January. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I think we're really gonna get a potentially we're gonna get a huge retracement. Um, because this is a huge impulse leg to the upside, and we are probably gonna get a retracement that might take us all the way to the 382 retracement potentially. And the 382 retracement is right at where we do have a potential structure at that point as well. So I think this is where GBP USD could be headed to. That's where I think that's where the retracement is likely going to end before we continue moving back up. So yeah, so taking a short trade on this market in the next few weeks is it's always going to be a good opportunity, because it's good to kind of, I mean, listen, it's not, I'm not saying like we're trading with the trend. We're not trading with the trend right now, because the trend, clearly, if you look at this based on this weekly chart, we had a huge impulse leg to the upside. I would think the market is trending up, but then the market doesn't just go up in a straight line. It just gives you this little retracement, and those little retracement, most often than not, they will come into the 382 retracement. They will come into at least the 382 retracement. We could go deeper, like I said, but they will come into the 382 retracement, and we happen to have a structure where the 382 retracement is. So so yeah, I'm confident in this, in trading, and shorting this market over the next few weeks. So let's just see. Hopefully my strategy is going to continue giving me short trades. And just to kind of have a look, I mean, we're down 6 pips so far. but I expect a change in this market condition once we get to around 1 o'clock. So in about an half, probably an hour, in hour's time, probably 1:30. Um, and if the market is where it is right now, I will be adding to my short position. So let's see if we can do some market analysis, because while I wait for your questions, we'll do some market analysis. And so let's start with the euro dollar. So euro dollar for our chart, and we looked at this in our last on our stream yesterday, and I know there's a couple people that trade the euro dollar as well. Marquez, especially you, Marquez Kid, you trade the euro dollar, and yeah. So the euro dollar is at this structure. I mean, we've clearly broken the structure, but the market is taking a breather, and I told you, like, this a few things that the market could do here. We might get a deeper retracement, even though this break is, it doesn't mean that right now, because you're looking at the market has clearly broken that structure, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to make one more move down there before the market actually corrects, so the market will do that. I don't see the market just heading down like that. The market is not going to do that. It's not going to do that. So if you're someone who is a swing trader trading the euro dollar, you might want to wait for some kind of an actual retracement before you short this market. So there's going to be a lot of waiting to be done if you're trading the euro dollar. I mean, we're clearly bearish on a higher time frame. I think I remember correctly. Yes, we're bearish on a higher time frame. So, and the market could be looking to come all the way back there into this support level, and that would be a really, really big move. If the market does come into that support level, that would be a really big move. But it's gonna take us a while to get there. It's not gonna get there in weeks. It's probably gonna take months. We're looking at probably maybe even middle of next year. By the middle of next year, because there's a lot of movement here. We're talking about, it's a long time. But yeah, I mean, if you're a swing trader or long-term trader, being short on the euro dollar is not really a bad position to be in. Just as if you're not going to be a bad position to be in. Yeah. So hourly wise, let's see if we do have a potential trade on the hourly chart. Not really at this moment in time. We don't really have any. Chat is not loading. Okay, there we are. So yeah, we don't really have. So we could get just a kind of a sideways correction in the form of a sell setup. The market could do that before it drops, because that's the way the market is kind of shaping up to do what the market is shaping up to do. But it's something we have to wait, man. So with the euro dollar, if you're not already short on the euro dollar, I think you're gonna have to just wait and see what the market does. Yeah, there's a lot of waiting involved when it comes to trading. It's all about patience, isn't it? So Aussie dollar, yes, I touched on this yesterday. This is the market where we looked at the market. We saw how the market has been bearish on a higher time frame, and the fact that it's bearish on a weekly, bearish on a daily, bearish on an hourly chart, and then we have a bearish advanced pattern in the form of a bearish godly pattern. And I told you guys I wasn't gonna delete this drawing. I'm gonna leave it there because I do expect this market to go down really. So I do expect this market to go down, because we've got this bearish advanced pattern. The final market is heavily bearish on a higher time frame. So yeah, we could get that move. So this is another trade opportunity that if you've taken it, then well done. I mean, we're still around the entry point. So you still can take this trade if you're looking for a trading opportunity. Perhaps if you don't like the GBP USD, then you can take that one definitely. You can take this one definitely. But I like this trade. I do like this trade a lot. So anyway, moving on to dollar CAD. At this moment in time, I'll try and focus on the shorter time frames, try and see if we do have any potential trading opportunity, because because I've already done analysis on a higher time frame, and I don't think the market is gonna kind of change dramatically over one day. So I'll try and focus on the shorter time frames, try and see if we do have potential trading opportunity on these currency pairs. So dollar CAD, we know what it is on the higher time frame, and I'm just looking at this market on a 30-minute time frame. Try to understand what the market is doing. The first thing you need to just try and mark out your structural level, because structures are very, very important in the market. So we have structures here. We have the where the market has broken structure, right? You can even look at this at the form of a head and actual head and shoulders, right? Where the market has broken below this structure is the support level. And what do we know? What do we know after market breaks the structure level? We know market breaks the structure level, it will take a breather, and that is what we're getting right here. So we might get a 1 2 3 correction, simplest form of correction, before the market continues down. And if the market does go down, where's going to be the next stop here? Next structure level. So dollar CAD is a short. But let's quickly check on our trade. Let's look at the market has gone and the market has broken that this level. Okay, interesting. The market has broken that level. So what are we on in terms of daily pip range? Yeah, 60. Okay. Let's see what the market is going to be at 1 o'clock, and we'll decide what to do. But yeah, so moving on to New Zealand dollar on a 30-minute time frame. Let's see if we do have any trading opportunity or where the market is likely going to go. So New Zealand dollar on a 30-minute time frame, we can clear this kind of a textbook trade really, because the market has broken structure, and now we can clearly see the market has come back into that structural level. What's the RSI telling us? RSI has been overbought in the last few days, and now we're getting divergence, right? So this is going to be another good shorting opportunity on the New Zealand dollar. Just kind of following structure, and the fact that this is coming up to the midweek reversal, so we could potentially see a huge reversal in some of these dollar currency pairs in the next couple of days. If it doesn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I'm hoping it's gonna happen today. But yeah, so New Zealand dollar is another short trading opportunity. Dollar yen. Let's look at dollar yen. Dollar yen, we know what dollar yen has, is doing on a higher time frame. We know this is a trade we expect the market to continue going up, really, up until that 118 level that we talked about yesterday. Yeah, 118. So I expect dollar yen to get all the way up to that level. So this is another. If you're a swing trader, this is a trade that you would take and just hold on to it. It might take a while to get there, probably. I don't know, 6 months probably. It will take 6 months, at least 6 months, before we get there. But looking at it on a lower time frame, we don't really have kind of we don't really have a trade. I mean, we've had this huge impulse leg, and now the market is giving us some kind of a correction. You can expect this to continue going up at some point, but I'm not going to rule out a deeper correction. So let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. Gold as well. Gold is bullish on a higher time frame, but obviously I'm expecting the market. Okay, I've still got my drawing from yesterday. Bullish on a higher time frame, and I'm expecting the market to probably come back and to break this low really. If it breaks this low, then we can get a move back up, yeah. But gold is bullish on a higher time frame. Euro yen. Let's look at euro yen. I haven't looked at euro yen in a while. I used to love trading this currency pair just because of the way it moves. It has some mad movements in terms of like daily pips movement. But I haven't traded it in a while. So let's look at euro yen on a weekly time frame and try to understand what the market is doing. Okay. I see no sense of direction here, so I see consolidation. So the market is consolidating. Using consolidation on a weekly time frame. But if you try to focus on the current market movement and you take this as an impulse leg, you're probably getting something like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know. So I mean, even on the weekly chart, we're kind of stuck in the consolidation really, because we're kind of stuck in the consolidation really. And the market is in consolidation. We know what you always get, don't we? In terms of advanced patterns. So let's go to the daily. I don't think we have any kind of a trading opportunity on the euro yen, to be honest with you. I can't see any kind of opportunity that will tell you exactly where the market is gonna, what the market is gonna do. I know it's in consolidation, so which means it's really almost impossible to predict which direction is gonna go, other than the fact that the market is likely gonna stay within a certain range. So let's drop down to our trading time frame, half an hour time frame, and see if there's a potential. Nope, I don't see anything on the euro yen, so I would probably stay out of it. And this is something you can probably expect. The fact that, you know, if you look at the euro, you know, the euro, we're bearish on a higher time frame on the euro, and on the dollar yen we're bullish on a higher time frame. And both of them, they're like wonderful opportunities where the market is likely going to keep extending. So we can probably expect consolidation on the euro yen. So yeah, we can expect consolidation on the euro yen. Anyway, so let's try and move on. I'll do this for about 10-15 minutes, and then we're gonna go back to our trades, because I will be adding to my position at 1 o'clock. But anyway, let's look at the pound yen. The pound yen too might show some consolidation. But let's see. Pound yen on a weekly. Okay, looks like we're in a bearish corrective pattern. Impulse leg to the downside, and the market is in a corrective pattern. Now expect this to come and make another high before we go down. So that's what I would expect on the pound. But then again, if you focus on this impulse leg, you do have almost a 1, 2, 3. The market hasn't completed it yet, so I won't be surprised if the market ends up breaking to the downside based on this impulsive move, this bearish impulse leg to the downside. The market ends up breaking down, so I won't be surprised about that. Like I said, when it comes to like this swing trading or long-term trading, you have to be careful when the market is in consolidation. Because yeah, this is what we kind of get it. We had this impulse leg, and the market looks like it's coming into a little bit of a consolidation here. So there isn't really kind of any sense of direction. But if we get down to the 30-minute time frame, do we have potential trading opportunities? Probably. Let's see. We might have advanced patterns. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't have any advanced pattern to trade. So euro yen, pound yen is not really currency pairs that I would be interested in trading at the minute. Let's check on Bitcoin. There's a lot of people that trade Bitcoin, right? Let's check on Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin, we're getting some kind of I think if you look at this on a structure level, I don't think so. I don't think the market is gonna break that structure level based on this move, because to me, I don't think this corrective pattern is complete. I think we're gonna get something like this, back onto this previous structure before we completely take off. Yeah, so Bitcoin, really, if you're long, you can keep holding your long, because that's what when I said something about these cryptocurrencies. You can never tell exactly what they're gonna. They have a way of surprising you. This market can just take off. They can just go on a bullish circle that it doesn't matter. They don't really respect structural corrective patterns and stuff like that. They can take off and never look back. So if you're long in on Bitcoin, you might as well just hold it, because at the end of the day, like I said, this is a level you need to be worried about. The market could come back to this level before it continue if farm actually takes off. So if you're in it, there's no, I mean, and you're looking to probably add on to your position, I don't think you should be in a hurry to do that. Shouldn't be in a hurry to do that. So let's look at Ripple before we go back onto our trade. Yeah, we have the same situation on Ripple as well. Impulse leg, we're getting a corrective pattern here. The market could go up, but is that the move that's gonna finally break over this? I don't think so. We might just be getting an ABC corrective pattern in the middle of a 1 2 3. So 1 2 3, but we're getting an ABC in the middle. We've seen these corrective patterns have before. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to corrective patterns, the market can get a little bit more complex, guys. It can get really, really complex. So let's head over to our trade and see what the market is doing. So it looks like we're getting a reversal, which is something I don't really want at this moment in time. I wanted the market to wait a bit further to 1 o'clock before giving me that reversal, but I'm getting it now. So yeah, so looking at the market has decided to start reversing now. Well, I mean, I expected it to break this level anyway. If you listen to what I said at the beginning of this stream, that once the market breaks this level, then you can probably expect the market to completely reverse. But I didn't expect it to break that level, so I was hoping it was going to do that around about 1 o'clock, so that I would get the chance to add on to my position. But hopefully this is not gonna go down from now. Hopefully we're probably gonna get a little bit, correction back up before the market finally decides to completely reverse. But yeah, we're still on break even, aren't we? Yeah, just on break even, because the market went a little bit higher than where I was expecting it to, but we're still on break even. And if you're just joining me, like I said, this is something I do every weekday, guys. I come here and I do live trading every weekday, in an account that you can see the link to the account on my FX book in the description down below, so you can actually go over the link and you can see the results. Just scroll down to the history section of the account, and you can see the results of the last few days. I mean, I started last week Wednesday or last week Thursday. Can't remember exactly what day it was, but I started last week, and it's something I'm gonna do every day. And so if you're interested in coming to kind of, maybe you want to trade along with me, or you want to just come in and just listen to people talk about trading, because we do talk about a lot of trading. We talk about trading a lot in this, and you might find some of the things that we talk about very, very helpful as well. Especially yesterday we talked about some really, really interesting topics, and I'll try and see if I can obviously edit some of the videos and upload it on YouTube. Yeah, so that's it really. This is not a channel where you're gonna come here and you're gonna see someone kind of showing you just the good things in trading. uh it's just showing you the good and the bad, and you're gonna see what it is to what it takes to be a successful trader, really. Because you have to be able to, like I said, one of the most important things I want you guys to take from this is is what I call is discipline. Like, you have to have an unbelievable amount of discipline to be able to follow and trade your plan. Like, now it might mean that sometimes you might come into the market and you see the market gives, if your trading strategy gives you tells you that you should be short on the market, and your brain or your mind is telling you that the market is long. I mean, you need to have the discipline to be able to ignore what you think might happen and go with your strategy, because that's the only thing that's going to build consistency, and you need consistency in trading. If you don't have consistency, you will never make it. That's just a simple truth. If you don't have consistency in trading, if you're not consistent in following your rules, you will never make it. So yeah, yesterday I took a similar and the strategy I trade, it's I call it, or is a pre New York session strategy that I do trade. And like I said, it's not really it's probably gonna take probably months for me to explain how that strategy works. But there's a lot of research that went into it, and the strategy, it works hand in hand with the other strategies that I trade on this currency pair. Like I said, I only trade GBP USD. You're only gonna see me trading GBP USD on this live stream, and yeah. So I mean, I do trade pretty much for the whole day, but I only kind of stream this portion of my live trading to you guys, and that's the reason why I decided to just use a different account to kind of just show you guys that if you're consistent in trading one single strategy and doing exactly the same thing every day, you come into the market, you do exactly what your strategy tells you. you know you have to know how long you have to be in front of the computer, how long you you know and be able to accept losses, really, because you are going to have losses. They are going to come. If you look at my results so far, I've only won 2 trades. I've lost 4 trades. Yeah. So I'm in drawdown already. I'm already in drawdown on this account. But I don't look at my account after 3 days of trading. I look at my account after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months of trading. Because consistency is what's going to get you out of drawdown. Consistently follow, trade your plan, and you're going to overcome losses. You're going to overcome drawdown. And that's when you're going to start to see your equity curve gives you a nice, upward movement. Something that we talked about yesterday when one of you guys who kind of said something about 90% of traders lose 90% of their equity within 90 days, and I like that a lot. I mean, I am familiar with that statistics already, but that's something that it's very important, really, because that thing tells you a lot about consistency in trading. So it's not about having a great month. It's not about having a great week in trading. It's about doing it over and over and over again, consistently, for a long, long, long time. So so it looks like the market has already reversed, even though I didn't want it to. But so I'm likely not going to be adding onto my position here. So we'll just see how far this market is going to go in the opposite direction. I'm not seeing any questions from you guys today. What's happening? What's happening? Is there any one of you guys that's in this trade? Was long few days ago exit. Yeah, I remember Atuf. I remember you were long. You held it for like 4 days, didn't you? Since last week, and yeah, that was really good. That was really good, and definitely must have taken a nice profit from there. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you wanna take a short on this one as well, it's not gonna be a bad trading opportunity. To be honest with you, I'm more confident. I mean, I think definitely by tomorrow we'll get a reversal. I'm hoping it's gonna happen today. I'm really hoping it's gonna happen today. But at this moment in time, the market is not giving me the chance to um to that add on to my position, which is a bit sad because I prefer this kind of trades where I'll take two positions on it. But at this moment in time, I don't think I'm gonna get that. But if the market reverse, it's not something I'm not gonna complain about it. So probably looking for this market to come back down onto this level. Really, if it does reverse, it's likely gonna come back onto that level because that's the next structure that the market is gonna wanna go to. Let me see if the trader's updated on my FX book as well, because yeah, again, so if you're on my FX book, you should be able to see the trade that I've just placed as well. Again, the same time. What's the deal about Wednesday reversal? Is it because of options expiry? Mm, possibly, possibly, but I can't say for sure exactly. That's the reason. Um, I can't say for sure that's the reason. I just know that it's something that, if you study the charts, you're gonna see that the market does that occasionally. I wouldn't say it's something that happens consistently every week. You get a midweek reversal now, because sometimes the market can be in a strong bullish or bearish trend, and you're not gonna get a reversal. The market can continue to go, you know, for a really long time, or the market could consolidate for a whole week. It can do that. Um, but um, but yeah, but then again, that's how it is with everything in trading. Nothing is ever gonna, kind of show you 100%, working rate. There's gonna be times where it's more like 60, 70%. So it's just something that you need to have at the back of your mind sometimes when you're trading. Like I said, I mentioned this earlier in terms of trading and thinking like the other trader. You have to be able to think like the other trader, and the only way you can do that is if you're familiar with different trading strategies, so that kind of guides you and puts you, you know that you can work around your own strategy basically. So yeah, it's very, very important to think like the other trader. So yeah, we're just approaching 1 o'clock now, and Am I a full-time trader? Yes, I'm a full-time trader. Obviously, here I only stream 2 hours of trading for you guys, but I do trade for the whole day, every day. Trade New York, I trade UK sessions and New York sessions, both of them. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm just gonna, you know, sit here, chill, and just wait for the trade really to get to you know, till about 2 o'clock. We'll see where the market is. Um, yeah, hopefully before New York open, we see this market kind of come back down to this level. Really, that's what I'm hoping for. Um, but it will move at least 30, at least 30, 40 pips. It will do that. Live trading separates the literal traders from the philosophical traders. That's a very good quote, Marcus. That's a very good quote. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You don't see too many people doing the live. People tend to talk about trading as if they actually know how to trade. That's what I mean. Like people that always talk, I really losses are invaluable. True, of course. You can never stop losses. It's impossible to um to avoid losses in trading. You just can't. It's all to do with how you handle it, how you're able to take it. You know, take it and not let it affect you. live trading should be promoted only. Yeah, it would be nice if every trader out there, especially those ones on YouTube that claim to be actual trading educators, it would be nice if they do this instead of kind of just trying to sell dreams to people. It would be nice if they can actually come and trade live and you know show people the reality of trading. Really, I like people to know what the reality of trading is. You have to know that trading is not a profession where you can expect everything to just go the way you want it to go. It's a profession where you can come and expect lots of bumps along the road, lots of ups and downs, losing streaks, losses, but then having the ability, having the you know the you need to have the ability to be able to overcome that. And to do that, again, it always comes out to your emotions. What's the next step for you in your trading journey? Getting a Bloomberg terminal soon? I wish. To be honest with you, I just wanna do this for as long as I can, really, to kind of. I know people are not gonna see anything impressive until after 3 4 months down the line. So the beginning is always the hardest. The beginning is always the hardest, and yeah, Atul says better to shift towards algo. Yeah, algo can work if you're. I mean, it just depends on how much money you have under management. Really depends on that, and I think algo will be a very good additional system if you would like, because I don't think I can ever stop trading technically or manually, because I like trading. It's something I like. I enjoy doing it. So I don't think I'll ever dedicate them. But obviously, I'm open to kind of diversifying my portfolio. So you might have, algo that can, that can handle, other strategies and stuff. And I'm always open to learn other new strategies. To be honest with you, I know a lot of strategies in trading, but that machine works. Also have to be designed for specific market conditions only. Yeah, of course. Algo needs, yeah, yeah. But that's the thing about trading. I mean, like the market conditions, they always change. They always change. They're not the same all the time. So what inspired you to create your YouTube page, to hold yourself accountable and teach? That's a good question. That's a good question, but to answer that question, I have to say it's one of the reasons that I learned. That's how I actually learned how to trade. Part of how I learned how to trade was from watching videos on YouTube, and obviously there's a guy that I used to watch a lot. I think he's I don't know, he doesn't make videos on trading anymore, but his name is Jason Stapleton. I'm sure if you Google his name, you will come across you'll come across his YouTube channel, but he doesn't make videos on trading anymore. But that's the guy that kind of I liked the way he was teaching. I liked the way he was talking about trading, and uh, and that's what I decided to do really. And so, but the thing is that once you start doing that, if you look at all the people that do those kind of things on YouTube, like you're hardly gonna find anyone who is gonna tell people the truth about trading. Like a lot of them are just kind of more interested in getting people to buy their courses and stuff like that. Like and and I always say, like, if you're gonna teach someone how to trade, if you want to be able to teach someone how to trade, you know it's very important that you can actually show that you can trade. You know, so it's like there's so many people out there that they don't know how to trade it, but they're teaching, like, which sometimes it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how would you feel like you know within yourself if you're trying to teach someone how to trade when you don't know how to trade? Like, how does that even work? Like, someone who doesn't know how to trade is telling you how you should trade. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why I've always strived to kind of at least show people that I can actually trade, because it gives someone a lot more confidence to trust someone who has actually been there and done that. Who can probably guide you in a way in terms of, like, because one of the most important things in trading is overcoming emotions, you know, or handling managing your emotions, you know. So how can you learn from someone who doesn't have the ability to do that, but he's still teaching you? I get the fact that it's there are people who are good at teaching, so they don't necessarily have to be like kind of professionals in their field to do that. Yeah, but like I said, most of them right now on YouTube, it's just marketing to them, you know. It's just marketing. So, but me personally, like with him, I'm never gonna feel comfortable teaching someone how to trade if I don't know how to trade. Like, I wouldn't be happy to do, like, I wouldn't feel, because I know, like, you're basically setting them up to fail, really, because if you can't actually help them to actually go out and trade and make money consistently, because the reason why a lot of people resort to teaching is because they can't actually be successful at trading themselves. So how is it that you're going to teach someone how to be successful at trading when you don't know how to be successful yourself, when you're not successful? So it's almost like you're taking their money and then just kind of knowing that they're never going to, you know, make it. So it's I guess it's a lot to do with morals as well. Like, that's just the way I feel. To me, that's just the way I see it. That's why I never try to kind of be like those people that try to just. It's all about just showing or selling themselves in a way. Because this is let's face it, this is probably one of the most one of the hardest things you can ever do. Trading. If you actually been in trading, and you will know that how hard it is, because the journey is very, very painful. It's very, very painful. You know, Mark Douglas was the goat of psychology. Failures are sometimes good teachers. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I don't disagree with that. I know there are some people that are actually good at teaching. You know, even though they don't have to like be successful, they're actually good at teaching. Um, but it's more like a personal thing for me. For me personally, I just wouldn't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable just going and portraying myself as, oh, I can teach you how to trade, to because the thing is that even me that right now that I can trade, I can never tell you guys that if you get my courses, when I'm course and I teach, I never tell people that they are actually going to be profitable once I teach them, because I always stress the fact that nobody can teach you trading psychology. Nobody can teach you how to control your emotion, manage your emotions. Nobody can do that. It's something that you're gonna have to go through it yourself. Now, do I have a good strategy? Yeah, I do have a good strategy, and I can teach you money management and stuff like that. But to be profitable in trading, you're gonna have to make a lot of sacrifices yourself. And it's so sad where you're gonna hear people promising people, especially on YouTube, that, oh, they can teach you how to trade in 3 months. You're gonna like 3 months, boy. Trading is a career that will take, like I said, learning how to trade, learning the theory, the kind of the theoretical part and everything. That one takes a week. But mastering your emotions is gonna take you years and years, because it's gonna be failure after failure after failure, and then you have to learn from your failures. Anyway, we're half an hour from 2 o'clock, so at some point this market should finish this little correction that it's doing, because this move is just correcting right now. Hopefully we're gonna get that drop in the next half an hour. In the pandemic, everyone became a trader. Oh yeah, definitely. I think definitely a lot of people just kind of um resort to other ways that they can make income, really. In fact, so much pain I had points when I felt like Shakespeare's character Hamlet. To be or not to be, that is the question. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, I mean, you are gonna feel a lot of times like that when you're learning how to trade and when you're going through the pain. Yeah, that's something that's normal. I can definitely relate to that. And but the good thing is that always have to ask yourself the question, like, don't you want to see what happens if you don't quit? Don't you want to see what happens if you don't quit? And so that's the only motivation you need, to keep you, to push you. And when the pandemic will be over, I guess trading industry will be bearish. Not necessarily. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, it's definitely gonna affect the trading industry, but I don't think it's gonna be that much of an impact, to be honest. You from South Africa, Joseph? No, I'm not. Do you have like a South African accent though? Yeah, looks like the market is going back to the high again, and yeah, well, if it gets there at 2 o'clock, I will be adding to my position, and then it's probably gonna be a New York post New York reversal that we might get today. Oh, do you? Oh, wow. Why though? Because South Africans, they have a like distinct feature, I would say. I can recognize a South African from not even just from their accent, just from their appearance. Yeah, I grew up in the UK, but I do have obviously African background, as you can tell. Um, yeah, Nigeria and something else. Yeah, so this reversal is gonna happen late today, not just. Let's see. We're 30 minutes away from 2 o'clock, so yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of South Africans here because South Africa, I mean, it's the most developed African country, so they don't really have too many reasons to come here, to be honest. Um, oh, okay, African American, interesting. I've been to America once, long time ago. Not sure I want to go back again. With all these things that is happening in America with this, um, with this, you know, what goes on in America to black people. So I'm not sure it's a country I want to live in. No, I'm not. See, that's where it gets really interesting. I'm not. I'm not Yoruba. I'm not Igbo. I'm the other one. Let's see if you know the other one. Um, my smoothie is gone, man. This is not nice anymore. So, uh, what the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Going towards politics. No, we're still talking about. Have you guys seen any good trading movies, or do you have any trading movies that you can recommend? The ones that I haven't seen. I've seen quite a few actually. I've seen quite a few trading movies. I'm not talking about Wall Street. Everyone has seen Wall Street. Yeah, yeah, that's the one, Marcus. You got that one. But not the second bit. The first bit, yeah. I don't know what that second bit is, but I do know the first bit. Oh, this market can just go down and just give me a short trading day. I don't wanna be trading this strategy all the way to New York Open. Really don't want to. I always aim to close my position pre New York sessions, but it's looking more and more likely that I have to wait till New York session to get a reversal. This one about South African Wall Street trader on Amazon, really? I'm gonna have to check that one out. I'm gonna have to check it out because I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. Oh yeah, they are. You're definitely right about that. You're definitely right about that. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie called Taking of Pelham 123. by Denzel Washington and John Travolta. That's another movie that. Do you still use harmonic patterns? Yes, I still trade harmonic patterns, guys. This is just this account that I'm here trading for you on streaming live for you. It's just I just use only one strategy for this one, which is a pre-New York session strategy. I do have other accounts that I'm managing, and I do trade. I'm a day trader. I trade throughout the day. I trade from 7 o'clock in the morning till about 6 in the evening, till 5 6 in the evening. So, but I use other strategies. My day trading strategy on the GBP USD is divided into four different sections. I have the pre UK session, post UK session, pre New York, and post New York session. So I trade all those uh, different sessions with different account, and I do long term trading. I do swing trading as well on some of the accounts that I'm managing. So I do have like I don't I do trade yeah, I do trade harmonic patterns. Um, but it's more on a long on a higher time frame, because I like to have like more is a you know again, swing trading is something that, if you understand how it works, in terms of the fact that it's a lot easier to predict the market on a higher time frame than it is to do on a shorter time frame. But then you need to have, a decent amount of capital and the ability to wait, really. Another is Black Friday, very funny Wall Street stories. Okay. Black Monday. Yeah, yeah, Black Monday sounds familiar. It does sound familiar. Um, there's also a TV show called Wall Street Warriors. I don't know if you've seen that one. That's another one that's really good. Actually, Tim Sykes is in that one. Wall Street Warriors is quite good. And the one that actually got my attention, I learned a lot about harmonic patterns from your videos. You explain patterns. Oh, thank you, Sumit. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Um, yeah. So I mean, I think I've already talked about advanced patterns. It's not something that it's pretty straightforward if you understand. I think I made a video called how to identify advanced pattern like a pro, and if you watch that video, then you're probably gonna be um, it's gonna shorten your learning curve in terms of understanding advanced pattern. I've seen everything. I've seen everything. I like this. I live this. Oh, good. So let me ask you this question: have you seen? Because this is the one that actually got me interested in trading. The first time I kind of had this uh, eye opener about trading. Obviously, I didn't really start learning it straight away. But the first time I got something that kind of made me think, oh, I'm thinking, I think I want to be a trader. There was a series on BBC back in 2009, probably 9, 10, thinking about 10, 11 years ago, called $1 Million Trader. It's called $1 Million Trader by this guy. What's his name again? Van. He's a Dutch guy, but obviously he grew up in the UK, where he hired like 10 random people from London, and he gave them 1 million pound of his money to trade for him in the stock market. So the TV show was just based around them kind of with no experience, trying to to trade the financial markets. So the whole tension, the things that people are going through, when I just saw it, I said, wow, what is this? So I've done a lot of research before I finally decided, a few years down the line, I decided to kind of really try to learn. But that's definitely the first thing that sparked my interest. I don't know if you've seen it. It's really, I think it's on YouTube. You're gonna find it on YouTube as well. If you Google $1 Million Trader, it's gonna come up on YouTube. Obviously, that doesn't teach you anything about, it just shows you that, you know, the emotions that people, that it's very difficult to handle the emotions of trading, like when money is on the line. Yeah, check it out. It's on YouTube. Thankfully, it's on YouTube. But yeah, thankfully, man, I was in college back then as well when I first saw it. But yeah, that is definitely interesting. That's something that just kind of sparked my interest. Um, okay, so we're gonna get this reversal, but we're approaching New York session in half an hour. So do you guys know any? Is there anyone on YouTube? Any of those traders on YouTube that's actually doing this sort of thing in terms of like trading live and trading places with Eddie Murphy? Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen that one as well. I've seen that one. That was a good one. Um, there's one that I'm trying to remember the name, but I don't remember the name, but it's a very good one. So one where this guy that was a trader kind of he lost a lot of money. Oh, I can't remember. That was like proper based on around trading. It's not like the taking off Pelham 123 where you know you really have to know about trading to kind of get the movie. But what's the name of this this movie, man? Forgot. Hold on a second. Let me Google it because I actually like that one. Inside job, margin call. Hmm. This is the dude who kept hiding. I think he might be talking about the movie, Yeah, I think it's that one, but I just can't. What's the name of this movie, man? What's the name of this movie? It's quite old as well. I'm thinking. I don't think it's margin call. I've seen margin call. I don't think it's margin call. Oh, it might be. Let me just have a look at. Hmm. It's not. I don't think it's margin call. But I'm gonna have a look. I'll find out the name definitely. No, it's called Rogue Trader. That's it, Rogue Trader. Rogue Trader is the one. Uh, yeah. If you haven't seen Rogue Trader, that's definitely a movie you're gonna like and it's actually a true story as well. Apparently, it's a true story. Yeah, based on an infamous Nicholas book, Rogue Trader, the film depicts how Lacey bought down borrowing banks by taking huge risks in his role as a star trader for the firm. This film shows you how little governance and risk management there was, and still lies at the top banks. In fact, most banks. Inside into trading and unwinding, we need strong oversight and controls, as the psychology of an individual can be. Yeah, that's it. And I talked about psychology. That was really, to me, I think I put that as it's my number one, trading movie that I've watched, simply because it focuses more on the psychology of trading. And but yeah, like I said, there's so many other great, trading movies out there. But you have to be someone who is a fan of trading to be able to kind of enjoy them. And it's one of those things that when I was learning how to trade, I mean, it's something that you just have to kind of live and breathe. And you have to just be constantly seeking knowledge, seeking to learn, seeking to, to understand it. And yeah, this market is quite slow today. Been sitting on break even for the that's 3 pips. So at this moment in time, yeah, I think if that movie, I don't think it's on Netflix anymore. How many of those trading movies are on Netflix? I think I'll be probably be rewatching some of them. Because it's been a while since I watched it. We're talking about years ago. Stock market movies on Netflix. Probably gonna have just the Wall Street Warriors. A Wall Street. Come on, Billions is my favorite TV show. What are you talking about? Billions is my favorite TV show. Bobby Axelrod, the guy from Homeland, Brody. Yeah, Nicholas Brody. Nah, Billions is amazing, man. It is amazing. You know, it's amazing. That's one of my favorite TV shows. So yeah, I've seen Billions. Anything that you can think of financially, stock market, trading, you know. Because I used to be a nerd for those things. I used to be a nerd. I mean, man, Bobby Axelrod, that Billions, I mean, that's amazing. That is an amazing TV show. Anyone who is interested in stock market, you need to watch that. You need to watch that. Clever, so clever. Yeah, fucking Chuck. That Chuck is just that's the state attorney or whatever that's trying to fucking nail him every single time. I like his wife though, and his wife she's working for probably Axelrod as well. She's working for him as she works as a she works in the psychology area now. She's the one that's always talking to the traders about the psychology and stuff. Yeah, I like that show. I really like that show a lot. I mean, I've watched season. I think I'm on season 2 currently. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I'm on season 2 currently. But that's definitely that's a show to watch if you're someone who likes trading or who is into trading. You need to watch Billions 100%. So finally, looks like the market is trying to move in our direction. I said trying because there's still a level that the market has improved. So up 10 pips. Okay. Can you give us 20 more, and then we can call it a day? Ideally, I would want the market to come and break this level below. I would want the market to come to this structure level. Yeah, okay. The market looks like it's moving. Okay, we're taking 12 pips now. Come on, just hopefully we're gonna get that before New York officially opens. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I agree with you on that one. Yeah, that's her job actually, trading performance coach, and yeah, I like the little interviews that she has with them, and how she's able to kind of just put them back into that, and that's actually that's needed. I mean, why do you think? I mean, you see that's one of the reasons against why psychology in trading is the most important. It's the most important because you don't see them having coaches for people that you know you don't see them having people that coach people how to trade. They just work on their psychology because that's the most important thing. So yeah, it looks like this market is finally gonna give us that win. It was expected anyway. Like I said, Wednesday, Thursday reversal day, 15 pips on is a reversal day. Um, so hopefully that's gonna happen before New York comes into play. Mike Douglas and Elder Alexandra performance coaches who have a ton of free stuff on YouTube. Interesting. I might check them out then. I might check them out. But there's a chance that this stream might be ending before New York opens if this market continues, because it looks like we've actually got the reversal and the market it's hmm, interesting. I think I'll write that suggestion down because trading in the zone. Okay. Douglas trading in the zone. Zone is for life. So okay, interesting. I'll definitely check that one out. I'll check it out. Um, oh, thanks, Marcus. All right then. Hopefully we'll catch up tomorrow. And good luck with your options trade. I will be ending the stream soon anyway. If this market does get to this level, we're only 15 pips away from the level, so last question. If I move to Nigeria, what's the best city to live? I haven't lived there for too long, but it's always gonna be the capital, which is Abuja. I think that's, I mean, just like if I was moving to England, I mean, a lot of people are gonna suggest London, and they're probably right. So I haven't lived in in a lot of the cities, but I heard people say Abuja is the best one, just because it's the capital and it's more kind of it's more advanced in terms of like you know technology, and so it's the only one that is, it's not like a countryside basically. It's a city. So and if you like cities, then yeah, definitely go to Abuja. Yeah, but America is different, man. America is there's just so many like there's so many like because it's not a developing country. Like Nigeria is probably is a developing country. Um, America is a developed country, so I think you're more likely to find like a lot more cities. Like I mean, I've heard of I went to LA a long time ago. I mean, even places like Miami, but Miami is probably the place I want to go because every single time when I watch TV shows on, most of the TV shows I've watched, they always, it's always like done in Miami. So I like Miami, Florida. I think if I go to the states, if I was to ever live in the states, I would go to Miami, Florida. I think that to me, it's a beautiful place to live. So, but like I said, because America is a developed country, you can probably pick like 10 different cities or states that that you would comfortably live and enjoy. Um, I mean, come on, I mean, you can't compare America to any country in the world for that matter. America is the one, you know. Say you from the best place to live next to California. Yeah, I cannot disagree with that. Well, like I said, Florida is a place. One of some of my favorite TV shows are Dexter. I don't know if you've seen Dexter. Dexter is one of my favorite TV shows, and and I've seen CSI Miami as well. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. Okay, so the market is still just 10 more pips, and I'll be out of this market really. The New York session is just 5 minutes away, so I don't want an unexpected volatility because this market could go back up to the top. So Okay, so we are officially um, in the New York session. So okay, so it doesn't look like the market is. It's not gonna give me that. I won't be able to close this trade during this stream because what's gonna happen is the market is likely gonna give a little correction here before we get to this level. So um, I've got the link. I'm gonna end the stream right now. Obviously, if you guys want to see how the trade happened, then you can click on my FX book later on, and you're gonna see where I closed the trade. Um, yeah. So, all right then, guys. I'm gonna end the stream now, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's live stream, same time.